What's up guys, Chigs here from Chigs Tech Reviews. So finally the S23 Ultra has landed on my desk. Now I went for the Phantom Black version and no doubt I'm absolutely loving this phone so far. Now in this video I will be sharing some of my best tips and tricks for you to make the most of your brand spanking new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now the first tip for those who have not yet bought the phone, I can show you how you can save some money if you are buying from the UK. So the price is currently $1,249. So all you do is add your S23 Ultra to the basket and also add a phone case to the basket with it. You will then notice the price has gone down from $1,249 to $1,151. So you guys have just saved some money. You get 10% off the phone and 30% off the actual phone case just for buying them together. So instead of paying $1,249, you pay $1,151 and you get an official Samsung case of your choice to go with it. So I thought I'd share that deal with you as there does not seem to be any specific UK offers at the moment, and this one is a bit hidden and not so obvious. Okay, tip number 2, change power key action. So when you keep the power key pressed, it opens up Bixby voice assistant, which to be totally honest with you, I never use. So to change that action, head over to settings, select advanced features, tap on side key and select what happens when you press the power button. So it's currently on Wake Bixby, you just select the power off menu. So now when you long press the power button, Bixby is gone and it will give you the power off menu instead, which I find a lot more useful than Bixby. Next tip is to enable developer options. So if we swipe up, go to settings, go to about, tap on software information, and then keep tapping the build number around 7 times. Put your password in and it will say developer mode is now enabled. If you back out twice, right at the bottom, you will see developer options. You now have access to a range of features. For example, you can enable refresh rate. So if you scroll down, you will find something called show refresh rate. If you enable it, it will show you the active refresh rate in the top corner. So sitting idle, 24 frames per second. And when you touch the screen, it just jumps up to 120 Hertz. Now next tip, still in developer options, force dark mode. So when you enable that, it will force apps to use dark mode even if it's not fully supported. I do like dark mode, but I have it off right now for the video, but I'll quickly show you. So that's dark mode all the time in all apps. Now another good one still under developer options is background process limit. Now by default it's set to standard, but you can have it set to no background processes, meaning no apps will work in the background. This could be useful for some people who don't like any apps running in the background. That also means massive boost in battery life. And you do have some other options. This phone does have 12 gigs of RAM, so I don't think you need to worry about background processes. But just for privacy reasons, I know some people would probably want that enabled. Another one I like using in developer options is multi-window for all apps. Now multi-window and multitasking is a great feature. Having 2 apps open at the same time, split screen, is great, but not all apps are usually supported. So if you activate this feature, all apps will now work with multi-window. So that means you could be watching Netflix and browsing the web at the same time. Now a lot more can be done with developer options, but I just shared a few of my favorites. Now the next tip, take selfies using your voice or hand gestures. So open up the camera app, tap on the settings cog in the top left hand corner, scroll down, select shooting methods, and make sure you activate voice commands and show palm to take selfies. Now you can capture photos with your voice, so you can say stuff like smile, and you just saw it took a picture. You can also say cheese, capture, shoot to take photos or selfies. Alternatively, you can show your palm to the camera to take selfies. There you go, selfie taken. Now the next tip is the ability to run 2 copies of WhatsApp, Messenger, or even Telegram. I'm going to show you how to have 2 versions of WhatsApp. Go to settings, select advanced features, and then tap on dual messenger. All the available apps which support dual messenger will be listed here, and you can simply switch them on. It will ask you install a second copy of WhatsApp. Just tap it, confirm, and you can even use a separate contact list, which we're not going to do. Tap next, tap yes, and you can see it's turning on dual messenger for WhatsApp. So you can now see we have 2 WhatsApp messages and you can sign in separately on both. so you can have two messages at the same time. Now the next tip is for those situations where you might need to conserve the battery life by changing the motion smoothness. So go to settings, go to display, select motion smoothness, and by default it is set to adaptive, so it will automatically adjust your refresh rate from 1 Hz to 120 Hz. Now if you change it to standard, and that will switch the refresh rate to 60 Hz all the time, and effectively that will give you a better battery life. Now another battery saving tip, go to settings, go to display, and head over to screen resolution. By default it is set to Full HD+, but you can select HD+, and that will give you a very good battery performance. Next tip, flashing notifications. So you can get your cameras flash on the back and the actual screen to illuminate every time you receive a notification. So head over to settings, tap on accessibility, tap on advanced settings, and then select flash notifications. Now from here you can switch on either camera flash notification, and I'll show you what each one looks like. So if we preview it, you received a notification and the back camera will start flashing. Switch on screen flash notification and you can have both of them. Here's the preview. So both the screen and the flashlight will be flashing. So yeah, not for everyone, but that could come in handy for certain people. Now here's one that I use very often. Double tap to turn display on or off. So go to settings, tap on advanced features, tap on motion and gestures, activate, double tap to turn on the screen, and double tap to turn off the screen. So now I'll show you, if you double tap, screen's off, double tap, screen's on. So next tip is for you gamers out there, how to connect a PS4 or PS5 controller to your Galaxy S23 Ultra. Just go to settings and open up Bluetooth. Then on the PS5 controller, hold the PS button, which is the PlayStation logo in the center, and the share button, which is this button over here. So when you keep them both pressed at the same time, you will see a light start flashing. So the controller is now in pairing mode. Now if you just tap on scan, you will see wireless controller has come up. If we tap on it, it's going to pair the controller. So you are now ready to play your controller compatible games.
Killer drone on standby. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint is tested. SAM turret ready for deployment.
Now this is one of the most powerful smartphones you can buy right now, powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. If you have one of these phones in your hand, chances are you're going to play some games on it. And if you are planning on playing games, you can use a PS4 and PS5 controller like I just showed you, but my favorite is the Backbone controller grip for Android. This has to be the best controller grip I've ever used for Android phones, and you can see it fits the Galaxy Ultra perfectly, and it certainly looks the business. Now the best thing about this controller grip is it's simply plug and play, and it works natively with my favorite game, COD Mobile, so no mapping or configuration, it just plug and play.
SAM turret ready for deployment. Let's go, let's go! Hardpoint identified.
So there you have it guys, that was my tips and tricks video for the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. I hope you found the video useful. I'm still getting acquainted with my S23 Ultra, so full review and more content is coming your way, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.